This is our 94th annual conference. It's an opportunity to bring together our membership from coast to coast to coast and talk about what are the industry priorities going forward, what are some of the things that are keeping our members awake at night. It's a lot of networking as well. It's one of the few occasions, if not the only occasion, during the year in which we have the leaders of all the major construction companies, our allied service and supplier companies, surety bonding companies, etc., all in one place to network and talk about key issues and opportunities that are facing our industry. Going forward, there's a number of key national issues that our association continues to work very vigorously on. One is working with the federal government, groups like the Federation of Canadian Municipalities and other stakeholders, in ensuring the development of the next long-term infrastructure plan that's going to succeed the current Building Canada Fund that runs out in March of 2014. That's a key issue going forward, not just for our industry, but indeed for all Canadians, because the state of our infrastructure is so important. Underpins our future economic well-being, social well-being in Canada. In order to keep our nation competitive, productive, and prosperous, we have to ensure that, first of all, that we get rid of the current infrastructure deficit that exists and ensure that our infrastructure is state of the art, so that when our economy turns around completely and we're into full steam ahead as far as recovery goes, that we're well positioned to take advantage of that in this very competitive economy. We've had a new strategic plan that we brought in. We're in the second year of that. We've reorganized a lot of our own internal structure, including our committees. We've got a business plan in place, a number of different structural changes that we put in place to ensure we're a little more meaner and leaner as we're going forward in trying to address some of the key issues, challenges and opportunities that are facing our industry. Another one, obviously, is labor supply and training. That's a key issue for us going forward. The prospects for our industry in Canada are really great, really unprecedented. Canada is projected to become the fifth largest construction market in the world by 2020, if not the fourth largest. So it's very exciting times we live in right now for the construction industry and indeed for our country, and very key times, very timely in the sense that if we want to make sure that our industry and our country is positioned correctly in the future in this ever-changing world and more competitive international climate, that we have to have the infrastructure, we have to have the construction industry, and we have to have the skilled people to make sure that our country continues to be at the top of the world. We have a pretty good pulse on what's important in terms of national issues. We have what we call our annual CCA tour, where the elected chair of our board of directors, and usually myself or other senior individuals on staff or with our executive committee, try and go to every region of the country during the one-year term that our chair has, and to meet with our local regional and provincial partner associations to hear firsthand from our members in all areas of the country on what is keeping them awake at night. So we have a pretty good hand on that as well. We have a council and committee structure where issues and trends and concerns rise to the fore. So going forward, I think we've got a pretty good finger on the pulse, as it were. In fact, 2010 we held the first ever non-residential construction industry summit, in which we brought over 100 people to one meeting in Toronto over a couple of days to do just that, to identify what they felt were going to be the major challenges and opportunities for the industry in the short term. And almost more than 2 years now later, they proved to be very prophetic, because those issues and challenges continue to top the list. It's all well and good to put on structured sessions with agendas and speakers, but I truly believe that our industry, like many industries, you learn more from the networking and meeting colleagues and peers and individuals who are facing the same challenges and opportunities that you face every day in your neighborhood. So while it's true, I believe that most people find that through their volunteer efforts, whether it's a local, provincial, or national association, that they get more out of it than they put in. You also get tremendous experience and knowledge from simply meeting with your peers and talking to them and finding out in many cases that you're more alike than dislike.